National Barbecue Day is coming up May 16th, and we're celebrating this morning with two super sides that will be the stars of your next barbecue. And we begin with Pinto Power, a recipe that's sweet and savory, tangy and tasty. It's the bean diesel of barbecues, Chef Kevin Belton's Patio Pinto beans. How's it going?
The bean diesel.
You're the bean diesel.
I like that.
Hey, before you begin, I got some breaking news.
What's that?
Some breaking good-to-eat news.
Oh.
Jackie and I cooked your summer salmon skillet.
What?
And I got to show you pictures because it came out great. Look at this.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
And look at the presentation with the dill and the feta and everything.
And the beautiful blue plate.
Yeah, we got the harissa at a local grocery store. We did exactly, and it was delicious.
Wasn't it good?
So breaking news right here on Good to Eat, huh?
Look at that.
We did it.
See, gang, you could do that too.
We did it. You can do it.
And that's what's great. You know, I always try to do recipes that aren't intimidating that folks. You know what? I could do that. You know?
Well, and he said if I didn't cook it for Jackie, he was coming to my house.
That's right. And I was going to cook it for her.
That's right. Well,
so,
you got Pinto Power this morning.
What happens is, you know, it's getting warm. Everybody's going to fire up that grill if they haven't been fired up already. So I wanted to do some good sides that would go with whatever you might grill or barbecue. So I've taken some bacon and I've already browned it off. Just took bacon, cut it up, browned it off. And now in here, we're going to go with some onions.
Ah, there it is. The good to eat sizzle. It's back.
And you know what's nice is we're doing pinto beans. You can use any kind of bean you want for this. I mean, if you want to do a black bean, if you want to do a butter bean, a red bean, this is just a little something to have with your barbecue that could work, you know? And I don't know, I'm a bacon fan. I love bacon. I think it should have bacon in. Most things should have bacon in them.
Well, it changes the flavor of beans for sure.
It does. It does. But if you want to leave them out, if there's somebody in the family that's vegetarian, you don't have to put them in. Or you could use a Morningstar product. Morningstar, there are a couple other, you know, vegetarian products that have the same flavor that you can use. And you know what? If you don't tell everybody, they'll never know. Just go to the vegetarians in the family like, hey, you can eat the beans or use Morningstar breakfast sausage in there. And that way, everybody else is like, whoa, this is good. And they never know.
And the greedy relatives, they don't care anyway.
Exactly, exactly. So look, let's get in some garlic in here.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, and with garlic, you don't need to saute it too long. You smell that? Doesn't that just smell great?
You can tell you're in Louisiana.
So I have oregano, I have chili powder, a little salt, and a little white pepper.
Got to put a little bit of that spice in there. Got to spice it up.
You can use a cayenne pepper. You can use a black pepper. You can use whatever pepper you like. All right. Let's let that work. So you pay attention, huh?
I do, man.
So
I tell you what.
cook at home?
She loved it. She loved that recipe. That's a good recipe. This is gonna be the star of your barbecue. Legend has it, eating pinto beans will bring you wealth and prosperity. You can have all that pinto power with the Bean Machine. Chef Kevin Belton's Patio Pinto Beans, a great side for your next barbecue. You are the Bean Machine.
The Bean Machine.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, huh?
Because we got those beans and they're ready to go.
Yeah, and what we're going to do is, I have some tomato sauce, but I also have a can of green chilies that I put in the tomato sauce.
Oh, that's a great add-on there.
The green chilies will give us a little heat. The tomato sauce just kind of, you know, it'll give that tomato-based flavor. You know, you can use a little tomato paste if you like. You can use, if you want, a little ketchup. But go ahead with a little tomato sauce. That's the easiest. And you see, we sweat those onions down. We had the seasonings, the herbs opened up. Now, for a little sweetness, a little brown sugar. Because I don't know why. It's baked beans should have a little sweetness to them.
Oh, yeah. Well, it goes with the savory of whatever you're barbecuing.
Yeah, you know, and some folks don't like a savory and sweet dish. You know, Monica's not a big fan of savory and sweet. I love savory and sweet.
Yeah.
Now, I'm using a canned bean. You can use a pinto bean that cooks, but I just decided to do a canned bean to keep it nice and simple. So we get this stirred in.
Oh, the green chilies and that chili powder are really going to give it, it's going to make it packed with flavor.
It's gonna give it that depth of flavor that goes with things that are coming off the grill, that smokiness and all. Now here's what's nice. You can still see the onions. I didn't saute the onions so long to where they totally fell apart or they totally disappeared. And you can even leave them a little chunkier if you want. So let's take some of our bacon. Just kind of let's put some of it right back in here on the top. I have the oven at 350. We're going in at 350. We're gonna put a lid on this, bake them in there. They can go in 45 minutes to an hour. Like I said, or you can leave them here on the stove. You just want everything to heat all the way through and to cook for the flavor sizzling together. So whether you leave them on the stove or put them in the oven, by putting them in the oven, gang, they get out of your way. That way you can do other things.
All right, get the steaks on because the Pinto power is coming. So what's your favorite barbecue side? Mac and cheese? Potato salad? Maybe something different like fried okra or loaded sweet potato fries. Well, we've got a Louisiana-inspired dish that will steal the show. It's the Green Genie, Chef Kevin Belton's shrimp avocado and shrimp salad.
The Green Genie.
Yes.
Yes.
This is magic.
You know, and what's nice is it's crawfish season. You could take leftover crawfish tails, do this with crawfish tails. Basically, I just took shrimp, blanched them, put them in cold water to stop them from cooking, cut them up, put them in the fridge to keep them chilled. And you know what's nice with this is you could do this ahead of time, put everything in the fridge, and just assemble it right before you want it. That way it's already chilled, so you can do this. You don't have to do this the day of. You can enjoy your air conditioning while you're grilling, you know, so everybody else does it.
Yeah, and we've got the beans in the stove, and now this is going to be a chilled side, so
Yeah.
it'll complement that.
Yeah. So I have diced up Roma tomatoes. I have jalapeno and a serrano chili.
Ooh,
diced up.
like that.
Red onion, cilantro, and a little bit of green onion. Now we have avocados. And one of the tricks, gangs, try to save your avocados toward the end before you cut them up. But then once you cut them, you know, cut them in half and go ahead and score them and pull them out. Squeeze lime juice on them.
Oh,
that lime juice keeps them from turning brown.
That's a great idea.
Because if you don't,
Great
and
tip.
then if you're only using like half an avocado, use the half without the seed and leave the seed in the other side, put a little lime juice on it and stick it in the fridge. That way it usually won't go bad on you. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna season this with a little adobe seasoning. You know the Spanish seasoning adobe? Mm-hmm. If you ever seen them, they have either blue lids or red lids on them. I have lime juice, rice wine vinegar, and a little avocado oil.
Man, he's getting fancy on us.
Well, you know, gotta get cute sometimes. And then it's just a matter of just tossing this together. You know, a lot of times folks will serve ceviche. Mm-hmm. And there's a way to do ceviche with raw shrimp if you let it sit in lime juice or lemon juice, but it has to sit in the refrigerator for at least a few hours for it to actually cook the shrimp. If you're not used to that, gang, go ahead and just blanch your shrimp. So you could call this like a ceviche if you want. Look, let's just get all of that tossed in there.
Ooh, it's such a pretty salad.
It is, isn't it? You know, we eat with our eyes, but besides eating with our eyes, this is also going to taste good. We could serve this over bib lettuce. We could do, put it actually in a little butter, you know, the butter cup lettuce, the butter lettuce?
Yeah.
Make like a little cup where you could pick it up and eat it, like make lettuce wraps, all right? And then lastly, our avocado.
It's the guac that rocks. Yeah.
That's it.
Look at that.
So we just gently want to fold our avocados in there. Try not to where they don't mush up too bad.
Can you imagine that with a little pulled pork or maybe even some barbecued ribs, short ribs?
You know, they put pulled pork with a little slaw on top. Man, could you imagine this on top of some pulled pork for a sandwich?
I think you've got something there. Ooh. We're going to his barbecue. National Barbecue Day won't be the same with these two super sides, the Pinto power of Patio pinto beans and a spicy Louisiana shrimpocado, shrimp and avocado salad. All the creation of the pit boss on the bayou. Here he is once again, Chef Kevin Belton.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look.
No, I'm the one saying goodness gracious.
Got your little bean there.
Oh man, we got a little beans and bacon here, huh?
Yeah, put a little bacon on top of the beans. Look, what's nice is we browned off the bacon, took the bacon out, sauteed a little onion. Once that onion got sauteed, we seasoned it.
I tell you what, the
A little bit
bacon,
of brown sugar, tomato sauce.
bacon and the green chilies. Man, those are the star of this. Oh. Pinto beans will never be the same.
You know, and what's nice is we could put the beans in the oven and let them go in the oven, or if we want, we could just let them go right on top of the stove.
It's when you finish the bite, it's just this subtle heat that comes from the chili powder and the green chilies. It's so fresh.
We'll get a little lime wedge to go with, and basically that was lime juice, a little avocado oil, a little rice wine vinegar. That was our dressing, and we used a little adobe seasoning on it. But we had in our blanched shrimp. We put in some diced tomatoes, red onion, jalapeno, serrano peppers that were diced up, a little bit of cilantro and green onion.
I tell you what, either one of these dishes, they're sides, perfect for a barbecue, but man, you could make these into meals.
You could. You know, sometimes, you know, you don't want the heaviness during summer. So if you have a little rice, let's just throw this on top of a little rice, throw beans on a little bit of rice.
And like you
And there
said,
we have at it.
get some pulled pork, throw it on top of this. Oh,
Yes.
that'd be better than coleslaw.
Yes. So there we have our side of beans, our avocado salad, and this will hopefully help folks at their next barbecue when they're trying to figure out, you know, I need something that's quick, that I can put together real easy, that'll go with this barbecue. You know?
That's why he's the pit boss on the bayou.
Oh, Ben Diesel.
For more on these recipes and all of Chef Kevin's Good to Eat recipes, head to the Good to Eat page at WBRZ.com. So it doesn't matter what you're grilling, these two sides will have you chilling.
Your barbecue will be complete with pintos and shrimp. Oh, baby, so good to eat.